I used to think that building an aesthetic body meant being super regimented, eating clean 24/7, training 6 to 7 days a week, and spending hours in the gym. I thought that I had to be perfect all the time, and that the big stuff is what mattered most. But over my 10-year fitness journey, I realized that this is simply not the case. The truth is that the biggest transformations don't come from perfection or extreme discipline. They come from the small, consistent changes that you can actually stick to over time. In this video, I will share with you the 5 morning habits that help me get and stay lean pretty much all year round for the last decade. For those of you who are new here, welcome. My name is Matt. I'm a specialist musculoskeletal physiotherapist, qualified personal trainer, and over the course of my career, I've helped hundreds of people get free from pain and into the best shape of their lives. Without further ado, let's crack on with the video. The very first thing that I do after waking up isn't checking my phone or even grabbing a coffee. It's actually focusing on hydrating properly. Most people say drink water like it's a throwaway tip, but here is the truth. Proper hydration reduces cravings, keeps your skin clear, and makes fasting effortless. Have you ever had it where you've spent pretty much all day outside in the sun? It's a particularly warm day, which is rare in the UK, but nevertheless it was warm, and you come in and you feel incredibly hungry. You feel like you could eat a horse, but then you chug down 1 to 2 glasses of water and your hunger goes away. This shows that you weren't actually hungry, but rather you were thirsty. From the perspective of a physiotherapist or healthcare professional, as I am, hydration is critical for joint health, energy levels, and mental focus. So start your day by hydrating properly, and you'll notice that the fat loss feels easier. Your workout performance also improves, and you'll experience mental clarity all day. Now, we touched upon this earlier on, but here's a habit that most people get wrong. They down caffeine the second that they wake up. And I was guilty of this too for the longest time. I remember when I was doing work experience at Mandai Zoo in Singapore. When I first started intermittent fasting, I thought that you had to drink black coffee straight after waking up and this would prevent you from getting hungry. I woke up around 7:15ish, and the first thing I did was not drink water, but downed a cup of black coffee. There are so many issues to doing this. Most notably, it spikes your cortisol because you've just woken up and your cortisol levels are at the highest they will be anyway, because cortisol helps you wake up. I felt super on edge within 15 to 20 minutes of leaving the house, and I had a crash later on in the afternoon. If, however, you wait around 90 minutes before having your first coffee, the caffeine hits harder, the effects last longer, and it doesn't mess with your cortisol. You won't get that afternoon dip in energy, or the dreaded afternoon crash as I talked about. Instead of relying on caffeine to wake you up, you're using it strategically as a performance tool. This one change boosts focus, productivity, and even discipline. Because you're not letting the coffee control you. You are merely using caffeine as a tool to achieve your goals. You will hardly ever catch me eating a heavy breakfast in the morning. In fact, I've not eaten breakfast consistently for the last 10 years. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I always felt sluggish, heavy, and unproductive after eating a large breakfast in the morning. So I keep it simple. I don't eat until noon. It keeps me lean, it keeps me focused, and honestly, it's the easiest fat loss hack in the world. There is no endless meal prep, no eating chicken, brown rice, and broccoli 6 times a day in those little Tupperware containers that don't even leave you feeling full. It's just simplicity. By fasting, you will automatically eat less because you'll be thinking about food less. You'll stay lean pretty much all year round, and more importantly, you have the flexibility to eat larger, more satiating meals in the evening, or at least later in the day. Within the first 60 minutes of waking up, I make sure I get outside for a nice walk to move my body, get fresh air, and sunlight. It doesn't have to be a workout. Even light movement outdoors sets the tone. It keeps your body mobile and gets you started on racking up that step count, which we know is super important already. And best of all, you don't even have to think about it. You just go outside and enjoy the weather. Now, if you live in the UK and it's typically raining or gloomy in the morning, then go outside when you can. But ideally, this is within 60 minutes of waking up. Sunlight exposure within the first hour of waking up is scientifically proven to help regulate your circadian rhythm, mood, and energy levels. From a physio perspective, it also keeps your posture and your mobility in check. So start your day with a morning walk. It gets you outside in the sunlight and gets you moving. You'll feel more awake, burn more calories without noticing, and avoid the stiffness that most people struggle with when they sit at a desk for 8 to 10 hours a day doing a sedentary job. The vitamin D will also boost your mood, your immune system, and will help you sleep better later in the evening. If that hasn't convinced you to get outside and get your sunlight early in the morning, I don't know what will. This one isn't about fat loss, it's about mindset. Cold showers. I have done them basically every morning except Sunday for the past year now. And here's the truth. It is not magic for fat loss. It never will be. I never claimed it would be. No one's ever claimed it would be. But what it does is it helps train your body to handle stress, and you're starting your day with a small win. So there's this small part of the brain linked to willpower or linked to your will to live. If you do things that you really don't want to do repeatedly, this part of the brain grows, it becomes larger, more developed and stronger. So for me, every morning I wake up, the last thing that I want to do is have a cold shower, but I go and do it anyway. I still don't enjoy cold showers, but it has absolutely changed my life. Cold showers are a reset for my discipline, my mood, and my energy levels. By embracing discomfort in the morning, you'll feel sharper, more resilient, and ready to tackle the day. There's a win for you basically within the first 5 minutes of waking up. That is power. So if you follow these 5 morning habits consistently over a long period of time, I guarantee that your life will never be the same. And dieting down or trying to build that aesthetic body will feel like child's play. However, if you're still having trouble building a strong, lean, and aesthetic physique, then I have had a few spots open up with my one-to-one online coaching. Now, spots for my online coaching are filling up a lot faster than I suspected they would. So head to the link in the description to book your initial 20-minute appointment with me. Do it ASAP. I'll catch you guys in the next one.
I'm on my own, broken alone. I feel the rain crashing down all around this empty town. I'm searching for the lost and found.